All right, Manuel. All right, I wanted to do this quick spontaneous call. We have a member in Australia named Manuel who was on the call Saturday listening in, and I guess he heard me mention about some of our members who are not waiting for uh, so-called emails and getting appointments to go to the porta potty to exchange when the time comes, but they have already established relationships and they know exactly where they're going to go for their exchange, so forth and so on. Yeah, it's funny when I say porta potties. I'm just laughing at myself. That is kind of funny, but so the room was going to close. He was in the room chatting about a quarter till 4 Eastern Standard, and it'd have been a little too long to go back and forth with him and then close the room at 4. So I didn't want to leave him hanging, or anyone else who may need to sort of become familiar and educated of what they need to do to get ready for your exchange. So Lady E and I decided to keep the room open and do a call. So that's why we her. All right. And Manuel, if you're here, if you can unmute, I may have to unmute you or to allow you to speak. If you can unmute.
Hey, yeah, I'm right here, Freedom.
There you go. How you doing, my friend?
I'm pretty good. It's really early. I'm actually walking to work now, so
You're
it's
walking to
it's
work.
perfect.
What time? What time is it?
It's 6 a.m.
Wow. Okay. Okay. What time you have to be at work?
Half an hour. So I'm
Okay.
walking towards work. Yeah, it is perfect
Oh, so it's
timing. It
perfect,
couldn't be
perfect
better.
timing. Perfect timing. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. So yeah, man, just wanted to take this time to try to help you out. Um, and I'll do my best to be as quick as possible so that by the time you get to work, you can go ahead and do what you need to do. The first thing that we need to do is you're familiar with Westpac, Citibank of Australia, and HSBC, correct?
Yeah, I know them all. Yeah, they're very well known here.
Okay, very simple. When we say on the call, one thing I don't guess I didn't mention this on the call Saturday, but what we've educated our members to do in is establishing a relationship with a bank, with a banker. Okay. Now, step one is very simple. All you need to do is establishing the relationship is not calling a bank or going to a bank and saying, "Hey, are you guys are going to exchange the dinar? Are you know anything about the RV? I want to meet someone to talk about that." No, that's not what you do. The reason being is because a large majority of the people at the banks, like you run into, have no clue, or also this is not something they're permitted to talk about until the time comes. So it's very simple, Manuel. All you want to do is establish a relationship, and let's see. Hey, Zach, can you unmute, please? Zach, or also Brunette Gran, if you're here, if you can unmute as
Hello, hello.
well. There you, okay, there's Zach and, okay, Brunette Gran, are you able to okay, Brunette, there you go. Okay. Brunette Gran and Zach, I appreciate you guys jumping on. Manuel, these are members that we've helped um, months ago, who they've established relationships with the specific people at the banks. All you want to do, Manuel, is find out. You can simply call any one of those banks and ask if they presently, at the present time, do currency exchanges. That's it. You just want to know if they do currency exchanges now. Not that they're going to exchange the dinar, not that they're prepared for the RV, nothing like that. If they currently participate in currency exchanges, 9 times out of 10, when the time comes for the RV, they'll be prepared and they'll be ready to do currency exchanges. Establishing a relationship is very simple. The first thing and only thing you want to do is just open an account. a checking or savings account at that particular location that currently does currency exchanges, also, or if that place also has a wealth manager. You follow me?
Yes, I am. I'm mute and unmute myself because I'm
It's
working
l-
on the
it's
streets
it's
and I
loud
don't
in
want the yes.
yeah. You just don't want us to hear all the ladies giving you the cat calls and whistling at you as you walk down the street. Is that what it is?
Well, you got a very radio like voice, so I wanna keep a low profile
Oh,
here.
okay. All right. Cool. All right. So, Brunette, Grand, or Zach, can you help Manuel let him know what you did, and don't mention. We don't want to mention bank names right now because this call is being recorded and we might put it on YouTube. So we don't want banks to be bombarded. But can either one of you be so kind to help Manuel and let him know what you did in establishing your relationship as far as opening your account, so forth and so on, and kind of help him out?
Sure. Brunette Graham, ladies first.
Okay, thank you. Hey,
Hmm.
Manuel.
So
Okay, all I did was went to the bank and I struck up a relationship with one of the consumer banking agents, and I told him I wanted to open up a savings account, so I opened up the account. As he's opening up the account, we just kind of had a casual conversation. And while I brought up the casual conversation, I told him that I would be in the future would be getting an inheritance, and just wanted to know who all was in the bank and what their role was. And he handed me his business card, and then I asked him if anybody else was here. Of course, there was one that was missing, so he gave me his card. So I ended up with four business cards before I walked out of there. I met three of the people, and one of them wasn't there, and that was the one I really wanted to talk to. So what I did was I waited about a week or so. I called back up there to schedule an appointment with that person because he was the wealth manager. That's the one I wanted to talk to. So I talked to him and the private client agent, and we sit there and I just explained to him that I was going to be getting an inheritance and I just wanted to know what their roles were regarding this and what they would be doing to help me out. And then before I got before I left, I also asked him. I said, "Now, once I have everything set up, I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling." And I asked him, I said, "Now you do all exchange currency, don't you? If I come back from my trip, are you going to be exchanging what I have left over?" They said, "Oh, yes. Just bring it in and we will do that for you." So basically, that's all I did. I just struck up a conversation with each one that would be having a role in this. They handed me their business cards. If someone isn't there that you want to talk to, all you have to do is call up, make an appointment, and they'll come up there and you can meet with them and they'll tell you what their role is. That's basically all it is. And you didn't mention the RV or anything. So that's it.
Exactly. I was just going, Brunette Grant, I was getting ready to ask you, did you mention, I knew the answer, but did you mention RV or dinar? Did you have to mention any of that? You already
No,
answered it.
no.
Now, why would you not mention that or need to mention that, Brunette Grant?
Because it wasn't necessary at that moment.
Exactly. Exactly. Because the thing is, Manuel, if they currently do currency exchanges now, they have wealth managers and private client bankers there now. When the RV finally occurs, they all have a responsibility already in place because they're doing it now. It's just larger numbers after the RV. Does that make sense, Manuel?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense, and I love it. It's sneaky and astute as a serpent. That's what Jesus said. Be astute as a serpent.
There you go. Exactly. Exactly. 100%. And I know you're close to work. Thank you so much, Brunette Grand. You know I call you my beautiful Brunette Grand. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. We have Zachary Manuel also. He's going to help give you some information about what him and his beautiful fiance did in establishing their relationship at a bank as well. Zach, can you mind helping Manuel out? We appreciate you, brother.
It would be my pleasure, sir. Manuel, it's a pleasure to meet you, sir. Welcome.
Thank you, Zach. Thanks for the help.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. What had happened, the bank that we went to, we got caught up in guru foo-foo. And so Freedom can explain that later to you. So what we did was we went to our bank and we asked for the branch manager. So we had a discussion with the branch manager and he told us we mentioned RV, which was mistake number one. And so he denied everything, saying it was a scam, the usual, basically what you've heard. So I sent him a letter thanking him for his time.
Or was it an
Given,
email?
yes, yes, it was an email. Sorry.
Okay.
Um, thanking him for his time and left my information. Couple of weeks went by, went back to the bank that I was at to move some money around. And I was going there specifically to meet a wealth manager. I wasn't looking for anyone but the wealth manager. Just so happens the branch manager slash vice president walked up to me and my fiance, called us by our first name, let us know that he got the emails and he apologized and he heard from his higher ups that this exchange was actually going to happen. And it just caught me and my fiance totally off left field. And he said that from the email, he had our contact information. And when everything happens, he would get in contact with us.
And so he heard from, I know you said it, his higher ups. I think
Yes.
specifically it was corporate, right?
Yes. Yes.
Amber, you're here. There she is. How you doing, young lady?
I'm okay. How are you guys? I'm good.
Good. So glad to hear your voice and so glad you're doing better. We're still can continue to keep you in our prayers and keeping you lifted in high vibrations, beautiful.
Thank you so much. I've been feeling the prayers. I've been feeling
Yes.
them. Yes.
Awesome. Awesome.
But
Awesome. Go ahead.
oh, I was just going to say, but yeah, I actually spoke with the VP. He had walked over to us, and while Zach was having a conversation with the rep, he had came over and was like, yes, so I heard that for some higher ups, I can't say who, but just from some big names, he's like, I heard that the exchange for the dinar is happening. He was like, he's like, he says, this is the first time I've ever heard this in 20 years I've been in this game, and I've never heard this before. And he said, I thought it was fantasy, and now he's like, I'm hearing it. He said, it's real. And I was like, okay. So I said, will you also be exchanging any other currencies? And I named, dong and things like that. And he's like, well, yeah, we are exchanging the dong, and we're going to be doing that. And it, he's like, he said, I'm really excited. He said, so it is happening. He's going to tell my neighbor who's got some dong that you can come on exchange it pretty soon. So he said, so I will call you guys and let you know, when I hear something, and just let's keep in contact. And he's like, I'm very excited. So we were like, oh, okay, well, we're excited too. Shoot, okay, thank you.
You, you know, the one of the funniest parts about you guys' story is that how the vice president had you guys tied up and right in the front of the branch, and a long line was out the door because he tied you
Yeah,
guys up like
Yes.
no
yeah.
one else was important
I
but you
mean,
all.
I mean, when I got to the teller, we were the only ones in the lobby. By the time I took my focus off of him and looked around, the lobby was full and everyone was looking at us like, what are we talking about?
But it's amazing. You did such an amazing job, both of you, in establishing the relationship and sending that email after that first um, visit. Because Manuel, they visited, I believe, back in January or February. You guys visited, and you screwed up and said RV. Then you
Yep.
came back two months later
Yeah.
after you sent that email, and then see that email was establishing a relationship.
Bingo.
That's
We
that.
sent more than one email. We sent
Yeah.
3 emails actually.
Yes, it was three because after the first two, I didn't get a response. So I was thinking that he wasn't getting them, or he was just ignoring it since he said it was a scam. So I wanted to make sure, just in the rare case that something happened, he had all of my contact information.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing that was key, if I recall, in that email, Manuel, that they sent was Zachary and Amber said in their email that in the future they're coming into some investments or something like that, if I recall,
Yes,
that
that's
it
it.
was or in here.
Exactly.
Okay, so you see, Manuel, if you see what Brunette Grand shared, it's how when the discussion came up about the investment, if you will, like Brunette Grand stated that she's coming into an inheritance. So she wanted to establish a relationship with a wealth manager or banker. And with Zachary and Amber, via their email, they let them know they're coming into an investment in the future. So when they returned back to the branch manager slash vice president knew who exactly they were, and he approached them to let them know that he was aware that this was happening. Now, you don't necessarily have to, Manuel, send an email and do exactly what Zach and Amber did. You know, you can. They remember they went into the branch. They were there face to face. It's just establishing a relationship, opening an account at a location that currently a bank location that currently does currency exchanges, and they have wealth managers. Establishing Opening an account at that particular location, you're going to establish relationships. See, there are branches of banks that do not do currency exchanges at all. There's no need to establish a relationship with a branch that just does regular, transactions and have no wealth managers or no private client employees, because they're not going to serve a purpose for you at the time of exchange. You want to just open an account without mentioning RV, without mentioning dinar, just opening an account at a location that currently does currency exchanges, because currency exchanges are done every day, all day. Anyway, that's a part of their business. And it also has a wealth manager, private client at that location, because those are the people that are going to help facilitate your exchange and introduce investment opportunities to you. You don't have to take them, but that's their job. That's They know you'll be coming into a large amount of money. They're going to want to sell you on their best products and offerings for a return on your investment. But the number one goal, Manuel, is just establishing a relationship, opening an account, getting some business cards, finding out what I say, who was who in the zoo. So you want to find out, okay, um, who's the wealth manager or the private client manager here? I would like to get their business card. I would like to introduce myself, sir, ma'am. In the future, coming into an inheritance, I just wanted to get your business card and establish a relationship with you. That's all. Does this all make sense to you, Manuel?
It makes perfect sense. I didn't know it was that easy. I thought, yeah, it makes perfect sense. I appreciate you both, Zach. What was the name of the lady?
Brunette Grand.
Brunette Grand. Yeah, I like
Mhm.
them both. Yeah, I'm gonna mix them all and see what I can do with my
Yeah, and
own.
with your own style.
Exactly. I'll talk to the
Yeah.
wife. Yeah, and we'll come up with something. So in the meantime, we're gonna find the right branch to
Hmm.
to do it with, to start with. We may do it in a couple of them. We'll see.
Now, just so I'm sure, I want to make sure that can you explain to me the location? Do you want to go to a regular branch, or do you want to go to a branch that currently at the present time does currency exchanges or has wealth managers?
Well, I'm gonna ring around to see who does that,
Hmm.
and then I'm gonna personally go to that branch once I know that they do the currency exchange and have well managers. I'll go
Hmm.
to the branch and I'll
Hmm.
then establish a relationship there.
How are you going to establish the relationship?
Well, I think I'm gonna start with Brunette Grand story
Okay.
and take
Okay.
it from there. I
Okay.
like the sneaky, I like the sneaky thing. Yeah, yeah, love it.
Okay. Okay. There you go. There you go. Are you originally from Latin America?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Venezuela. We moved over about 26 years ago.
Okay. Okay. I heard it in your voice. Although you're in Australia, I heard the Latin America. I've traveled quite often in Latin America. So Venezuela. I've always wanted to visit Venezuela. I know everyone says things I probably want to always visit everywhere, but yeah. What's your take on what's happening in Venezuela right now with the politics with Maduro?
Well, all the violence and the riots, they all real. What I see there is that the bad guys they have a really strong hold. I don't see that that turning around into a shift of rulers or shift of government. I
Okay.
don't see that coming.
Okay. Okay. All right. Just you have family still back in Venezuela?
On my wife's side, yeah, all the relatives are there.
Okay. Okay. Is everyone safe? Everyone is okay?
Yeah, yeah, they all protected in a ball of light and energy.
There you go. I love it. I love it. And you at work now? Are you almost there?
Yeah, I'm setting up.
Okay. All right. Excellent. 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 So has this been helpful to you?
Been very, very helpful. I really do appreciate you guys, and I'm enjoying, especially after hearing from Anastasia,
Oh,
the
okay.
the Jesus
Yeah.
broadcast. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
I'm actually proud of myself that I found you guys. I pat myself in the back.
Well, it was meant to be. That is how the spirit works. And it was time for you to meet us, and it was time for us to meet you. It was time for us all to connect because of our vibrations, our high vibrations, and our positive energy and intent. Because as we enter into the next phase of our lives with the new financial system and the financial reset and the spiritual reset, it was meant for all of us to meet now before that time comes because we're ready. Many of us weren't ready 4 5 even 2 years ago or so, but we're ready now. That's why we've all connected. That's why you found us. All right.
Amen to that.
Yes, sir. All right, my good man. So, if you have to leave, we understand. We just wanted to take this time to help you out. And for anyone else that's still here, if you have questions about this topic, we can go ahead and open it up and answer some questions for you as well, very briefly, if that's okay. So, you got to go now, Manuel?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But
Okay.
I'm gonna keep listening. I may not be able to answer, so I thank you again, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
No
I'll
problem,
I'll
man.
I'll keep you posted.
No problem. Yeah, yeah. Keep us posted. Let us know how it goes. When are you going to do the Brunette Grand?
Well, when I get back home today, I'll talk to the wife to see how
Okay.
we go about it because she's got accounts on Westpac, but I want to start it from fresh. So I think I'll go to the HS and Shanghai and Hong Kong bank. I got a feeling about that one, so
Hmm.
I'm gonna start heading in that direction.
They are HSBC is one of the top Banks for the exchange outside of the United States because they're not really here, but just well, but yes, they're that's a good choice. HSBC,
Yeah,
very good choice.
that's what I got a good feeling about that one, so I'm gonna
Hmm.
follow my intuition to see where it
Yeah,
leads me.
your intuition definitely has you spot on. All right, my friend. Well, we appreciate you. Thank you for spending some time with us. If you got to mute and stay on, that's fine too. And we're gonna continue on. All right. And folks, while we're here, for those of you who aren't aware of our channel on YouTube, we would love for you and appreciate if you like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you get your daily updates on the podcast and the updates coming from Goldilocks as well. Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter.